I've got to be a better husband. I've got to be a better father. I've got to be a better business owner. I've got to be better friends. But it all starts with me being a better man. And me being a better man is all going to come down to being consistent who I am and what I do and what I live for and what my core values and my mission is. But I've got to stay consistent. Consistency wins the fucking race. We learned that a long time ago. The tortoise and the hare. It goes that fucking far back. It's that fucking elementary. But some of us are fucking missing the boat here. Get on motherfucking board. Get consistent. I promise you, everything you want to be and the person that you need to be is on the other side of you becoming consistent. What's up, guys? Welcome to the Return on Investment MF channel. It's your host, Zack, ROI Williams, and this is the information your haters don't want you to hear about. Becoming the most badass version of yourself in business. What the fuck's up, everybody? It's Zack ROI Williams back with another episode of Return on Investment MF channel. As you can tell, I'm a little hyped today. I saved this one about being consistent as fuck for this specifically. Many of y'all podcasters out there can understand, obviously. So I put this together once per week was the original goal, and I was able to stick to it. And so ever since we launched, we have consistently put out one episode per week every Monday on this channel. Now, what does that mean? A lot of people have a hard time understanding what being consistent means. And I don't mean that necessarily to be negative. Now, there is some people that I'm not going to call it negative, but I will be a little bit more in your face on you hear the word, but you truly don't conceptualize and understand it. Because if you did, you would understand that everyone that you look up to, and I'm not talking about myself, everyone that you look up to preaches consistency. I just got off an episode that I was recording for a friend's show earlier today, and we got on this subject, and I started harping about it. Many of y'all that follow me know me. I call it the common denominators, right? Let's just make up, say you have a dream 5. Well, I'm going to make, and to keep it short, I'm going to call it my dream or Dream 25, I'm going to call it my Dream 5, right? Like that's your Ed Milet's, your Andy Frisella's, your Ryan Stumans, your Sean Whalen's, your Alex Hermosi's, whatever. You start looking up, what are their common denominators? They all read. Maybe you should start fucking reading. They're in the gym. Maybe you should get your ass in the gym. They all treat their wives like fucking queens. Maybe you should treat your fucking girl a little better, bro. But they all preach consistency. None of them got to where they were by taking a magic pill, fucking putting a handful of fucking dollars into some magic crypto or shit coin. They were consistent day in, day out. They put in the fucking work to get to where they are. Now, this episode's important to me talking about consistency because there were a lot of times where I did not think I was going to make it through this. And not because I didn't have the balls or I didn't have the guts or I didn't have the content. It's just that shit fucking happens. Like life happens. Shit happened. I mean, in the course of this entire year where this podcast has been recording, we got evacuated from one hurricane. Our house completely flooded due to another. My wife, we spent 2 weekends in a hospital in an ER where she literally could have died. I mean, there's plenty of other things that I'm sure happened that I'm just not thinking of. But life happens. Shit happens. There's a lot of shit that I could have used as a fucking excuse to just let it slip by. And we wouldn't be shooting episode 52 right now, right here, today, for you guys, and it holds heavy on my heart now, especially now that I've gotten into, coaching and being involved with my men's accountability group, that to the point that people ask me in that group, and again, I don't try to put myself on a pedestal. I just try to preach what I know to be true because it's what was preached into me, right? My number one rule for myself is to be the most coachable person in the room. You have some people that want to be the richest person in the room, and that's one whole mindset we're not going to get into. You have some people that want to be the poorest person in the room. And that's another mindset that we're not going to get into. My objective is to be the most coachable person in the room. Because, like, let's just say, for whatever odd reason, I end up in one of these rooms and I am the most financially stable person in that room. There's still a lot that I can learn from those other people. And as I see myself being involved around these high performers, these people that have accomplished massive, massive, massive things, every time I'm around them, I'm always listening for those common denominators. I'm trying to figure out where they are versus where they came from. And consistency is always it. And going back to this episode 52, and I keep harping on this because episode 52 is special for me. This is a year of dedication, of consistency, when a lot of times it would have been super easy to say, fuck, man, like life sucks. You know, I got hit with a fucking curveball. I got hit with a right hook. Like, shit's not going well. Through all this, you know, one of my guys in Uncaged, which is my men's accountability group, was like preaching about, you know, what it's like when you're sitting here facing this wall, right? And you have no idea how you're going to overcome it. And in our group, one of our big things is like not hitting the snooze button. Like, there's a mental toughness that's required to not hitting the snooze button. And I've been so driven on the snooze button for so long that I forget that that's like a massive hurdle for a lot of people. So, you know, there's two types of people that are listening to this right now. There's people that are like, hit that snooze button. They're like, oh my God, that is so fucking tough. I hate that fucking thing. And there's some that are like, snooze button? What snooze button? So just like, hear me out. But we were talking about it, and we were talking about our goals, which is what our group's all based around. Like, having these goals are fucking cool. And y'all know me. If it's not written down, it's just a fucking dream, bro. Take your ass back to bed. But like, we actually have goals. That's what we work on as a team to devise these goals for our health, wealth, and relationships, and how to make money, and save time. But, you know, one of my guys was talking in the group about, you know, wanting to give up. And not in the sense of like he wants to give up, but the mentality of wanting to give up and how tough that can be, right? And so being consistent on that is very, very important, because there's going to be tests along the way. Like I said, we're on episode 52. All that shit has happened. Shit, dude, even for 2.5 of those weeks, y'all know my bank accounts were like locked up for money laundering suspicion and on a federal level. Like, just the craziest shit has happened over this past year where the old me would have given up. And so my guy was talking about the mentality of giving up. And I said, dude, I wake up every day and want to give up. Like, every fucking day I want to give up on this shit. Like, every fucking day. And you would be so surprised to know how many other multi-millionaires are out there that have that same process or thought process and that same struggle. So you might be sitting here listening to this. And the reason I bring this up is because you might be like, oh, I'm just not wired like that. Like, I'm not wired to work those crazy hours. I'm not wired to have that insane travel schedule. I'm not wired to be able to think like this, or to be a high performer, or to, you know, not hit my snooze button and do 75 hard and, you know, fucking eat bricks as protein drinks. Like, you know, like what, all these crazy shit that sometimes high performers get this label on or get looked at as like, you know, there's no way I could be that or this or that. Or like, I'm letting you know right now that a majority of us wake up every fucking day and want to quit. And this was my response to my dude that was talking about that mentality of quitting, is I wake up every day and I want to quit. It might not be everything. It might just be one thing or another. Like, I might want to quit going to the gym. I might want to quit doing my diet. I might want to quit doing these podcasts because I got other shit to do. I might want to quit being a husband. I might want to quit being a father. Okay, those two have never crossed my mind, but it has for some people. And so you wake up with these thought processes. Hey, listen, if you're here right now, and the reason I said the wife and daughter thing is I'm trying to be, you know, to get serious with some of y'all. You might wake up in the morning and want to quit life, you know, but you don't. It's the thought process of, like, you wake up And there's some things you just want to quit. And this was my response to him. Every day I wake up and I want to quit. I want to quit something. But what makes me a bad motherfucker is I push through it anyways. You know, one of the big things that I've been on my dudes pretty hard and heavy on lately, especially since, you know, y'all know me, I hate like time stamping these videos, but we are in the beginning stages of the year here. And one of the things I've been harping on them really hard on is thinking about it like this. There was a light switch that went on in my head when I couldn't tell you, or why I couldn't tell you, but what happened was I woke up in the morning and that bitch voice started talking inside my head as my alarm was going off. And I was like, bro, you've been killing it lately. You're crushing it right now. Everything that you're doing has been launched. You know, you're good. Your company runs itself. You've got a new CEO. Learn to trust him. Chill. And there was a thought process that happened in my head. And I don't know how it all happened this quickly, because it felt like it was this entire mental process where I was like, have two sides of me and sitting inside my brain. One's on one side of the desk, one's on the other, and they're like laying these entire strategies out. But anyways, the internal battle, my internal bitch voice was trying to tell me all this shit. Take your foot off the gas, dog. You killing it. You crushing it. Whatever. Good for you. You deserve it. Your body needs a break. Like all this bullshit. And there was a thought process, and it was so seamless and so smooth, and it has stuck with me ever since. And the thought process was, not once ever have I ever regretted waking up when my alarm went off and going to the gym and getting a workout in, and leaving that gym, have I thought to myself, man, I should have slept in. I regret coming to the gym. Nor, when I'm on my travel schedules or whatever and I'm not going to the gym as soon as I wake up, never have I woken up when my alarm was going off, got up and got my coffee, sat down and done my devotional, sat down and done my morning reading, sat down and scheduled my posts, and completed my first critical task. Have I marked that critical task off and thought to myself, you know what? I should have slept in. I didn't need to do any of this. I could have just chilled. Not once. Not once have I ever fucking regretted waking the fuck up, doing the motherfucking work, whether it be in the gym, whether it be in my office, and actually regretted it. Not once. How many times have you hit that snooze button and let that bitch voice win? And you woke up an hour, 30 minutes, 2 hours, 3-4 hours later, and you regretted not waking the fuck up to do the fucking work, to be the motherfucker you want to be. How many times have you regretted it? I can tell you, I have literally hit that snooze button, turned that alarm clock off, gone the fuck back to bed, and woken up and fucking regretted who the fuck I was to my core. Because that's not a consistent person. But every fucking day, I leave that gym. Now, what I'm about to say is not to be some type of way, but only motherfuckers that go to the gym are going to understand this. So if you don't go to the gym, I'm not going to encourage you to get offended by what I'm about to say. I'm encouraging you to go find the fuck out on your own. But especially for my morning workout guys, especially if you go and get a lift in so early before the rest of the world wakes up, when you leave the gym, you feel better than every motherfucker that's at home in their fucking bed with their wife, with their husband, with their kids, with their dog, with their kitty cat, whatever the fuck it is. You feel like a better motherfucker. And self-confidence is huge, is massive in the world that we live in today. And there's two ways that you can feel confident, but both of those ways come from consistency. You can feel confident in your appearance and who you are as a person, but all of that comes from consistency, either in the gym, working on yourself, working with others. You are being consistent in your personal life, or you feel confident in your business is going well, you're taking your company public, you just acquired another company, you just launched another company, whatever the case is, when those companies are going well, and I'm not saying that you're going to have a downtick and still can't feel confident. Bro, I just took an L. I just took it on the chin not too long ago. I feel confident as fuck because where I'm at now is light years past where I was when I started 3-4 years ago. But anyways, your confidence in your business comes from being consistent with yourself. The day in, the day out, the bullshit that no one else is fucking willing to do, calling the damn leads, shout out Drewby, whatever the case is, it's about being fucking consistent in your business, which is where your self-confidence comes from in your, your life inside of your organization. So everything that I want you to understand, whether it is the common denominators out of everyone that you look up to, guarantee you're going to find consistency there. Whether it's you trying to pull self-confidence from somewhere, whether that's in your personal or your professional life, that's going to come from consistency on your day-to-day tasks. And look, if you need a tool to help you stick with those day-to-day tasks, go to uncagedAccountability.com. I'm going to give you a free goal tracker. It's a day-to-day habit tracker. Go on there and download that. But your personal and your professional life, that self-confidence is going to come from consistency. You got to be consistent as fuck in everything you do. You want a good relationship with your wife? Be consistent on the dates that you go on. Be consistent on the way you touch her, on the way you talk to her, on the way that you do your tasks as a husband to help her around the house. And listen, I'm preaching to myself here, guys. You all know, all my guys in Uncaged, every one of y'all on this channel, y'all know that I'm looking into a TV that is reflecting back what I am talking to myself. There's like a mirror here. I've got to be a better husband. I've got to be a better father. I've got to be a better business owner. I got to be better friends. But it all starts with me being a better man. And me being a better man is all going to come down to being consistent who I am and what I do and what I live for and what my core values and my mission is. But I've got to stay consistent. Consistency wins the fucking race. We learned that a long time ago. The tortoise and the hare. It goes that fucking far back. It's that fucking elementary. But some of us are fucking missing the boat here. Get on motherfucking board. Get consistent. I promise you, everything you want to be and the person that you need to be is on the other side of you becoming consistent. My name is Zack ROI Williams. I hope you got something out of this. Please share this with someone and hit up that free goal tracker. It's going to be at uncagedAccountability.com. I'm out. Peace. All right, guys, thank you so much for watching that video. If you got anything out of that, check out these dope videos over here. They're going to be extremely similar, and let's try and help get you to that next level.